his wife.
No, I'm not. I untangled the dog.
Go, dog. Dog Pound. Nathan Stacken is back in the saddle after his 2-week drug suspension for the estrogen blockers. David Schottenkirk is here. He's watching golf. Marcus Traxler is here. He's watching some European soccer from a couple weeks ago.
Watching the golf. Watching the golf.
Nope, you're not watching the golf. This is the 178th.
What will the ratings be? What will the ratings be?
Awful.
They should be very good. I think yesterday's ratings were up very significantly from the last 2 years. So the ratings should be very good.
It helps that it's on basic cable versus or it's on NBC.
Have your antenna and it'll show up.
Where are these sirens, on my TV or outside my house? I don't know.
Outside your house. Because otherwise it'd be the European siren if it were on TV.
Sports Lounge. We're all here. We're all watching the golf. We got Henrik Stenson in the shit. He's in the deep shit. So this is a par 5.
16th hole.
Up 2 with 3 to go. It would be
right on the left. Put it in there.
It'd be very hard to blow that. I know you're a big Phil Mickelson guy, Traxler, so I assume you're rooting for him.
I am.
Nice little shot there, folks. Nice little goddamn shot.
Get it done. That will get it done.
And that'll do it, Pig. That'll do. Nathan Stacken, who do you want to win this thing? Look like
I want Phil. Phil.
Schottenkirk?
I don't have a problem with Henrik winning, though.
I don't really care, but ultimately I want to see a playoff, to be honest. I don't care who wins, but I want to see the 4-hole playoff.
Okay, we're going to go Stacken on this one. Everybody hates the Warriors now because they're good. Everybody hates the Patriots because they win all the time. And that's the way people do it. When it's an individual sport like this or tennis, do people still hate the guy that's the best, like Federer and Nadal and Djokovic, or is there a difference there because it's just one guy who's really good instead of a group of guys?
I would say, as far as tennis goes, Serena Williams wins, not the first 2 majors, of course, this year, but I would say that more people want to see her dominate, but you're also going to have an equal number of people that want some new blood in there because it gets boring if the same person wins all the time. For golf, I think unless you have someone as charismatic as Tiger was back in the day, if you had someone dominate and someone to really get a grasp of, I think people would tune in continually to watch.
Schottenkirk, you remember a duel like this where there's 2 guys so far ahead of the field and they're 10 shots better than anybody else here?
No, not this far. The PGA last year was sort of the same, but Jesus Christ. It was sort of the same last year, but it wasn't quite as far ahead with Spieth and Day, but this is just ridiculous.
You like the coverage here, NBC, Marcus?
I think it's been good. It was a little weird on Thursday and Friday because it started at 12:30 a.m. I got home from work. I'm like, I'm going to watch this. I watched probably...
You watched it at midnight?
I did. David and I were chatting back and forth because he had made the commitment that he was going to go wire to wire, and then he backed off that yesterday, which is fine. Not accusing him. But
I missed 87 minutes of coverage yesterday morning. 87. Otherwise, I went wire to wire. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning.
So it was weird because they had Dan Hicks and Johnny Miller come on right away at the beginning as a symbolic thing to start Golf Channel's coverage of the major, and then they flipped it over to Tirico, and then Johnny Miller and Hicks left and went to bed for 6 hours, and apparently we're back on later, but it was just kind of weird how they're yeah, we're out of here, we'll be back later. So, but the coverage has been good. I mean, they've got kind of an all-star team going here. They had Nick Faldo on earlier in the week. David Farady's on NBC now, so you got Tirico. It's good.
Is he always on NBC, or is he going to switch back to CBS for the majors?
Farady?
Farady, yeah.
Farady's NBC.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I knew he worked on the Golf Channel, and that's why I figured he was on Thursday, Friday. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's just
He said, "Get out."
Doing
He's
doing
gonna
some help with NBC.
He's gonna be doing the Olympics too. He's gonna share Mary Carrillo's role doing the little pieces.
The Olympic, what? Spieth ain't gonna go there.
Spieth,
Nope.
McIlroy.
McIlroy not going.
It's only the 3 best golfers in the world aren't going to be there. So
Top 4 aren't going. I'm blanking on the other name.
what a shame. What a shame.
Bernhard Langer.
Bernhard, bring him in, Bernhard.
Wire to wire next week.
Jesus.
You going to wire next week on that coverage?
No, I'm not crazy.
All right, that's good.
I'll watch more than 99% of everybody else, but it won't be wire to wire.
True. Yeah, I mean, McIlroy caused a little stir this week by basically saying, it's not my job to grow the game. I don't give a shit about the Olympics. I'm not going. And he made some people mad. I think in some ways he was probably right, but I don't know. It probably wasn't the right thing to say.
Is he right? I mean, he's one of the 2 or 3 best guys. Shouldn't he be one of the...
I mean, it's fine for him to feel that way, but he is one of the guys who, I mean, he is somebody who's going to get people involved just by being good, by playing. He doesn't really have to do anything extra, but I would say he does have a role in growing.
But, like, is the Olympics that thing, though?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, the Olympics isn't that play. I mean, who... I mean,
Well, to be fair here, all the top players that are backing out this time around have all said unequivocally that if they're eligible in 2020 when it's in Tokyo, they're all going to go. And so,
Stanton's stripping. He's getting naked. My God, what a disgusting display by Henrik Stenson.
Easy Joe Buck. Easy Joe Buck.
Oh, my God.
Bring out
Go to hell, Randy Moss. Go to hell.
out. Oh, taking his pants off. He's taking his pants off.
He's winging his dick out there. My God.
tucking that shirt in. This is great. Someone's got to find that picture from a few years ago, and he stripped down his whitey tighty, splashed out of the water.
Get naked to shoot the ball out here. My God. What have the viewing habits been for Nathan Stacken here? Getting up early, crack of dawn.
Yep, got up early at 3 on Thursday. Watched.
What are we doing, people? What are we doing?
What?
3 o'clock.
It's the British Open. It's tradition, dude. Come on.
Tradition.
Well, I didn't realize that Golf Channel was starting their coverage at 12:30 because ESPN is traditionally at 3. So I just got up at 3, got up for that, and then I'm not gonna get up that earlier than that on Friday. So I got up at 3, watched a little bit through 5, went to the gym, came back, and had it off and on all day during work. And then yesterday and today I've been watching since 6.
I wonder how many people turn the TV on at 3 on Thursday on ESPN and go, what the hell, where's the golf?
They're showing the NASCAR race. They're showing the replay of the 04 Daytona 500. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out ever. Remember, Marcus, we were talking, whenever the hell we were talking about the Masters or the U.S. Open, I think it was, and I think Phil, he was awful there at the U.S. Open a few weeks ago, and I think we were in agreement that, yep, he's pretty much done as far as no major contention or doing anything here, so... Is this his last go-around, or does he still have more? I think he's probably done after this. I don't know. He won it a couple of years ago. Pretty awful.
He's still able to do some things. I mean, this whole tournament I'm amazed at how lucky he generally is. I mean, and I realize he probably creates a lot of that, but it's amazing. He's gotten some incredible hops all weekend, and so, I mean, I would generally agree that, yeah, I think he's done. But I wouldn't say that he's going to be out of contention at every major the rest of the way. I could see him threatening at least one more time after this.
He's gonna have a hell of a chance. 2 weeks at Bolstrol, New Jersey. That probably be his last chance, and he's officially done.
Dead. Mickelson dead.
Well, Stenson's like 8 feet from the hole, so unless he goes triple and then last, it's over.
What was McIlroy a couple years ago? 20.
We need a John Vandeveld coming up here on the 18th.
No, we don't need that. We don't need that. We want.
He's been fucking ball striking clinic the whole week.
Striking those balls. What'd you make Shattenkirk or Rory McIlroy being too muscular? Is that a thing?
No, it's not a thing. It's utterly ridiculous. He played like a... From tee to green, he played fine this week, but on the greens, he putted like a 3-year-old girl, and he's going to tie for 5th. 14 shots back, or 15 shots back, but still, only 3 guys ahead of him, 4 guys ahead of him this week. He'll be fine. He is fine. Yes, he has put the muscles together the last few years. He has been working out more, and he does look a hell of a lot different than he did a few years ago. But Miller's saying that he did the same thing that Tiger did, and it ruined Tiger. Johnny's just looking for people to get upset, and it sure worked, because Twitter was going crazy this morning when he said it.
What's the record here for the...
I'm seeing here that Phil Mickelson's, he's at 17 under. That would win all but 3 British Opens since 1860.
Tiger Woods was 19 under in 2000. He was also 18 under in 2006. And Nick Faldo was also 18 under in 1990.
All those were at par 72s. This is at a par 71. This is more impressive.
St. Andrews a couple times. So this would tie the record for lowest score under par. I saw an interesting tweet. You know, the 63 is the big number for a major. Like, it's been tied, like 28 times.
Yeah.
Like, rarely you see a record tied that often. It's like 63 is the absolute best anybody can ever shoot in a goddamn major. Can't shoot a 62. It's got to be a 63.
It hasn't been for the lack of close calls.
Been close. Go to Twitter, all you see is nipples. You just see nipples all over the place. My God.
Oh, fuck. You got to chip this in, otherwise I'm turning it off.
You're going to turn it off if you don't like it.
I'm not going to turn it off.
I'll turn the volume.
I feel bad for him.
I'll turn the volume down and pay less attention to it. Look at this. What a...
Okay, always one to go out on a limb.
Look at that horrible haircut of that guy in the background. Jesus Christ.
Taking a stand.
What do you think of Phil Mickelson?
Did you see the horse outfit a couple holes ago?
No.
Go check Bacon's Twitter feed. You'll laugh.
God damn it.
And that was pretty piss poor from Philly there.
Shut it down.
Nathan Stack and Tim Duncan retired. He ain't going to play basketball anymore.
He's done.
Playing basketball.
Sucks.
It sucks.
Sucks. We're losing a legend. Losing a legend. I thought he had claimed he was coming back for a 20th season. Didn't he say that?
That was a dream you had. That was a dream.
He never. He doesn't say anything because he's Tim Duncan.
Well, I thought that the Spurs had said that Timmy was coming back. But anyway, it's sad. He's one.
They meant Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas. Noted Villanova great, Tim Thomas.
He. By the way, I have my Final Four teams already picked for the.
Oh,
You got yours before Shattenkirk's got him.
No, he doesn't. I've had mine for 4 weeks.
4 years. He's had it for 4
7
years.
years. Since I was born, I've had my 2017 Final Four.
If you don't have your 2029 Final Four done yet, then I don't know what the hell we're doing here. I really don't know what we're doing.
I put in pencil my 2018 Final Four yesterday, so fuck off.
Fuck off, everybody.
You know what?
Anyway. Tim Duncan, one of the most underrated NBA stars, I think, of our time, given his...
He's not underrated. My God, everyone acknowledges he's the best power forward of all time.
No, but when you mention among the greats, he's very soft-spoken. He plays in a very small market, and I don't think he necessarily garners the respect of everyone.
I'd say
in terms of like the LeBron James and the Steph Currys of the world and everything.
Yeah, Seth.
I said Seth. I didn't want to say Seth.
One of the
Big balls, Phil.
I will say he's got the respect, and he just doesn't have the attention of the casual fan.
Sure.
He's the most, in NBA circles, he's the most respected player there's been in the last 20 years since Mike.
Right, but in terms of being the superstar to the casual fan, I don't believe that compared to the likes of LeBron James and Steph Curry and Carmelo Anthony even,
Tim Duncan.
that Tim Duncan has gotten that. I'm sad to see him go. He is the best power forward of our time, or of all time, and he's definitely one of the top 10 NBA players of all time. And I really don't see an argument to it.
How about this? What if he wins 2 titles instead of 5? The people say, and maybe one of those titles was his first one, and the other one was against the Pistons in Game 7. And he didn't win one for the last 12 years. And he puts up the exact same numbers, does exactly what he did.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, yeah, he's top 10, he's great.
People put him in the top 10.
Yeah.
Titles matter.
Even though these last couple, like, he wasn't the primary focus. He would have a game here or a game there.
Tiny bit of drama left anyway.
Shut it off! Shut it off! Shut it off. It's the damn
Birdie
ribbon.
bogey playoff. Let's do it.
It's the damn ribbon.
Play the postage stamp.
Birdie bogey. We're calling it. My shitty call. Birdie bogey. We're going to playoff.
2 shots up. 1 to go.
By the way, Henrik Stenson, 40 years old. This will be his first major. He's a guy that I know I've picked for majors before, and he hasn't gotten it done. So this would be a monkey off the back type win.
A modern-day Steve Young.
Let's hear it for Beef Boy, finishing up on 18.
Yeah.
Mr. Beef, where's the beef?
My God. Shane Coob's looking good out there, boys. Who's the oldest first-time winner?
Would that be Phil?
Well, he was 36.
I want to say Phil would be.
No.
There's got to be
First time
some
Phil was
random.
fucking.
Like 34.
Henrik is going to be the second or third oldest first-time winner of all time. I think either old or young Tom Morrison was the oldest first-time winner ever.
Really?
Funny if it was young Tom Morris, huh?
Young Tom Morris, 21, died at 23.
Hit it out of bounds, fuckface. Please, give me some drama. Hit in that bush right in front of you where the horses are roaming. Did you find that tweet yet?
Yeah, I found it. It wasn't that funny.
It was hysterical. Come on. Maybe I'm just delusional after 50 hours of coverage.
You are.
Nobody spoil this tee shot for me. I must be a few seconds behind.
Holy shit! Look at that!
Good try.
Do you like the deal where we got, the U.S.
I'm not
Open?
that far behind. Come on.
Then you got the U.S. Open, and then 4 hours later, you got this Open, and then in an hour and a half, you got the Olympics.
Starts, so, yeah, that's great. Not next week, but the week after. There's even a smaller gap between the British and the PGA than there was the U.S. and the British. It's 2 weeks from now.
Get going.
Only because of the Olympics.
The fucking Olympics ruining everything.
The Olympics.
Fuck the Olympics.
Fuck you.
Fuck
wow.
you
Good.
What are we getting hard about the Olympics here, Stacking?
The Olympics are dog shit.
Not nearly as much as I normally am. Given
Why not? The mosquitoes got you down. The shit water got you down.
Yeah, Zika, terrible conditions, the police riots, or not police riots.
Are you talking about Baton Rouge?
The lack of police. I'm not talking about Baton Rouge. The corruption. It's just a fucking disaster down there. And
Cleveland? Talking about Cleveland.
No. I'm still gonna watch, but it makes me a little sad that they have to be playing in these sorts of conditions.
Stupid son of a bitch! Oh my God!
Get in there!
Nope. No. What is he, about 2 inches away from the sand there?
Yeah, probably a foot.
Look at that! What a lucky bastard! What a lucky son of a bitch! My goodness. So what is it about the conditions that have got you down as far? Because like if you're watching this, like if you're watching it, you're not going to notice any of this. You're just going to look like any old Olympics.
No, but the rowing has gotten the most talk about it, which sucks, and that just makes you kind of question what the rest of the facilities are going to be like. What the rest of, for lack of a better, like the equestrian or whatever that they have to dance through. They have to dance through shit, whatnot. I don't know. That's just something I'm thinking of outside. I just don't know what to expect from Rio, given their political upheaval and corruption and everything like that. So I'm still gonna watch. I'm still looking forward to it. But I must say I would much rather have this be back in London or somewhere in the U.S. Than I would in corrupt Rio and Brazil.
Do you enjoy Tokyo in 2020 more than this?
I would hope I would, because Japan seems like a far more stable country.
Tape delayed to a son of a gun.
Have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch your equestrian, and every 4 years your archery or all the other bullshit.
Yep, I'm going to do it.
I like it that like the women's soccer always is like a day or two before the actual thing starts. Like, yeah, we got to get this shit in, so we got to start 2 days before.
I would hope that golf will try it out for 2 years and then 2 Olympics and then bow out, because fucking
bow out.
Yeah, I don't want golf in the Olympics. Get it out of there. Get that
what
shit
other
out of there.
what other
wrestling back in? Let's get wrestling back in.
Get some WWE in there.
Other than the top, what's wrong with golf in the Olympics? Other than the top players bowing out because they don't want to die of a horrible virus.
See, well, that's one of the reasons why I don't not realize it for the Olympics. When you think Olympic sports, golf doesn't come to mind.
That's just, it was in it 100 years ago and it bowed out. And now
since I've been alive, it hasn't. So
So nothing else matters before you were alive.
No, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really grab my attention. I'm not going to be watching it. So
like I told Stack Boy earlier this week, when they brought golf into the Olympics, I thought that it would be some sort of team format, and the fact that it's not really a team format kind of kills it. No, honestly, like a high school type format where you got 3 or 4 guys on a team, and you take the 3 local scores.
That'd be interesting.
That's kind of what I was thinking, and then you could still give out individual medals. So that was kind of disappointing.
It'd be interesting to see what teams and what countries would be good.
I'm going to say U.S. would be good.
Yes, Australia, South Africa.
I do like, I haven't heard this yet, I don't think they're going to say it, but unlike, you get a lot of this on CBS for the Masters or ESPN, where they'll say, oh, Sweden, a country is just on the edge of their fucking seats for Henrik Stenson. No, they don't care.
Right.
They really don't.
I'm pretty sure Sweden's on the edge of the seats right now, and they're just about to shit themselves in that one in the bunker.
They're watching some soccer. They're watching Norway play soccer.
They're watching this.
No,
don't hate the Sweden. They hate everything else in Europe. Don't hate Sweden. Look at the women.
What is it? What do we got? Maybe 7 o'clock over there right now. 8 o'clock.
6:25 it should be.
They don't care.
They're all having sex watching Stenson win his first British. He's gonna screw Tiger's ex-wife in the celebration.
Iceland was far more excited about their team World Cup performance than Sweden.
We're excited about it.
Iceland was far more excited than anything's ever been about anything in the history of mankind. That's a horrible example.
Horrible.
10% of the fucking country was in France that whole month.
That's a horrible thing to say because there was only 10%.
Build the wall.
I said 10%, you fuck.
Build the wall.
Oh, I thought you said 100%.
All right. Nice try.
We're getting beat on trade. We're getting killed on trade.
Americans not going to win. The British sucks now. First time in 6 times it's ruined. Shit, fuck. God, I hope he hooks us into that shit.
Hit it into the crowd.
Knock somebody out like, what's his face last night at the Twins game.
Rest in peace.
Should the Olympics be the biggest thing in your sport? Golf,
No.
it isn't. Nobody cares. If it's not,
If it's archery, yeah.
that's yeah. But if it isn't, then why should it even be an Olympic sport if it isn't?
Basketball being an Olympic sport,
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
but it's not anywhere near the biggest thing in. Okay, it's holy shit, Stetson. This is just historic fucking ball striking. My God.
It's not basketball isn't the biggest thing for this country. Olympics, I would say in another country it would be. I'd say every other country besides the U.S. winning an Olympic medal in basketball would be the biggest thing.
Winning a silver medal and finishing second to the U.S. is the biggest.
Yeah, probably.
Basketball. So.
But do we care about the other countries?
No.
Do we care? No, but that's just how they.
I'm
feel.
all about Kyrgyzstan. Let's go.
Because they're beating us on trade, goddammit. When they're beating us on
They are
trade.
not beating on trade. Get over it.
Who is? Kyrgyzstan?
Nobody.
Nobody.
It's not as hot as I thought she was. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, you don't have a hot wife, you rich famous person.
Give your tournament. Give your trophy back.
He should raise the trophy in his victory speech. Hey, Ellen, I'm coming for you. I'm the new Tiger. Fuck you.
Well, terrific.
I shouldn't have laughed at that, but I did.
How's the baseball picks going on this shortened the annual
They're great. The picks are great.
Awful teams. God.
short week?
It's the annual 3-game week.
That's why I picked the Braves.
Yeah, it's
Could've
gonna
won both of
be a
them.
five-way tie. It's gonna be a five-way tie for the win. Teams going 1 and 2 this weekend.
Here's the thing. You don't ever have to pick the Braves, so I'm not going to pick them.
Yeah, I should have picked the Reds.
I always pick an awful team. Just to get it out of the way, you just pick an awful team, hope they can win one.
No.
You don't want to waste even a decent team. You don't want to waste it on any team worth a shit at all.
Says the guy that's 14 games out of first place or whatever you are.
That's what I say, yes.
But you're probably right.
Because like
And
Charlie picked the Giants. Like I'm not wasting my 3 games on the
They're
Giants.
0-2, so that's
1 2 anyways, yeah. I'm fucked beyond belief because I've went balls to the wall with good teams. You guys are going to surpass all of you should because I'm going to be picking shit all of August and September. I'm out. I think I have 2 teams left, maybe 3 that are over 500 in actual standings right now. I'm fucked.
Sakin, how was your strategy of picking every team all year at the beginning of March worked? Have you changed it at all, or have you pretty much stayed with the teams?
I think I swapped the Twins out here, or I kind of picked between the Twins and the Blue Jays one week, but I haven't.
That's next week.
I think I've made maybe 2 or 3 changes tops, but I'm looking extremely good for the last part of the season because I have the Mets I guess is stuck a little bit, but
so good.
The second half.
Rangers, Indians, got the Royals in there, so I'm looking. I think I'm looking pretty good for the last part of the season. I don't think I'll win it, but if I could finish third, a respectable 4 games back, I'd be okay with that.
Good.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank you. He's very appreciative of your compliments. Yes. Did a blog on the Twins deal. They say they can't develop starting pitching, according to the article on the Star Tribune. I guess I found out that other teams really don't develop their own starting pitching either. Is the article misleading, Marcus, when you compare it to every other American League team? Are the Twins any better or any worse?
I mean, maybe, but I would say that the Twins are pretty bad at developing starting pitching talent. So I think the article was relatively fair when you're just looking at the Twins. And, I mean, it's interesting, but I would also say that baseball is a little different because it's pretty rare to hold on to your talent for a long time.
I just found it surprising that nobody can draft. I mean, we looked at a 10-year period.
Oh my God!
And if you had one guy who was
lava, Stetson's putter's on fire. This is the most. I can't. This is just unfucking believable.
What happened? A blackout, What happened here? We can't see anything.
Fucking 20 under par. I just dropped the phone. Jesus Christ.
You dropped it.
20 under par. That was the most ridiculous final round I think I've ever seen.
The best score under par in the history.
It's just fucking bonkers. There's 16 guys. I think 16 guys under par this week, and he's fucking 20 under. That's absurd. It's fucking absurd that Phil's second with 17 under. My God.
It was a rout.
That may be that's probably the best final round though I've seen in a major.
You know what the key is to winning a tournament like this is just draining everything, and that's pretty.
His hand's got to be on fire right now with that putter still in his fucking hand. Jesus Christ.
Local man says, hit the ball in the hole, you'll win.
You'll win.
What did he shoot, a 65, or what did he end up with?
No, he shot 63, didn't he?
No, yeah. Really?
He was 12 under.
63.
Wow, that ties the record again. You cannot shoot better than 63. That is the best you can ever shoot in a major.
Right.
Where's Shane
Steve Stricker.
I really don't see
Steve fucking Stricker. The most amazing thing, Steve Stricker took fourth by himself at 5 under. Jesus Christ. There's only, let me see here. 17 guys finished in red figures this week. Second, 2 under was tied for ninth. Ninth place was 18 shots off the lead. Holy fucking.
Make pars, kids. Make pars.
No, make birdies. Birdies. You need birdies.
Steve Stricker made 117 pars this week, and he got fourth place.
Fourth place, yeah.
Rory played like absolute dog shit and tied for fifth, so that's amazing.
Stricker's the Toronto Raptors of the deal. Fourth place. Yeah. No medal for him. Is that his mom or his wife?
That's his wife.
No, that's his mom. Thanks, Mom.
Weird that he kisses his mom on the lips like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's those Swedish assholes. They do weird things. So I'm saying he's got to drop the mic and ask Alan out and his host.
No, there's no ring on that hand. I better. Need to figure this out.
Married for 10 years. They're going to have crazy, wild sex tonight.
I frown upon marrying your mother. So.
Good for tweet.
Yeah. What was the hole there on the back nine where like it was halfway in and popped out? That would have been the record.
That would have been the record.
As you said,
that was like 12, maybe.
Like it was in, then it was out. What a shame. I'm looking at all these other American League teams and like Cleveland and the Yankees and Baltimore and Texas haven't produced anybody worth a damn.
Might be a National League year. Might be a National League year.
For what?
Good thing they got home field in the All-Star game.
No, about the starting pitching thing. Like, so if you're gonna build a team and you want
Can I wait a second? No. Let me interject for a minute. That we were just talking about like wanting to win, and the
will to win.
Will to win. TWTW.
Phil Mickelson didn't want it.
In the All-Star game, they kept saying that Ned Yost, he was managing to win. And,
as opposed to Terry Collins, who was fucking around, or what?
Right. That's basically what they're saying.
What was it, 4-2?
He was more interested in getting everybody into the game. And I didn't necessarily feel like that was the case. I just felt like the American League had a pretty strong bullpen.
It doesn't matter who you put in. Everybody's good.
Right.
Like, oh, we're taking this guy out and putting this guy in. Okay,
I just want to say that before I forgot about it, and that was kind of along the will to win conversation that we were having earlier. And so Henrik Stenson won because he had the will. He willed it to happen. It wasn't because he was good at. It wasn't because he was good at golf.
Like when I heard that. That's so stupid.
I did too.
Dumb. Like, what the hell are we doing here?
They're all good, so it's going to come down to will. No, it's not.
You got to execute. We're down. Shattenkirk died. We're down to the last second of the game here, and just like, who wants it more? No, you got to make the shot or catch the pass or do something here. I do like Meet the Press special edition here.
I like that. That's nice.
Very exciting, folks. Very exciting. It's not on my thing here. It's not. Maybe that's on. Is this on MSNBC then, or what? Or is this on the big NBC?
Like a
It's
big,
on the big NBC.
big
Good.
NBC, big NBC.
I'm seeing a bunch of cartoons here, which I'm not liking at 1 o'clock.
I have a trivia question today too. Just FYI.
Well, let's go it up, folks. Let's go.
Well, do we want to wait in case Schottenkirk comes back or no?
We can do that. We can do that. So, like, if you're building a team and you want pitching, you're probably going to have to trade. The next blog might be to examine starting rotations this year and how they were acquired by their team, whether they're an international free agent or they're traded or a normal free agent. I think that'd be the next
Trades and free agents.
next blog. So I would imagine, yeah, it's very rare for a team to draft a guy and have him start for them.
You also called the American League West the National League West on the blog, so you might want to get that changed.
You didn't. They switched leagues. They switched.
They didn't switch leagues.
Okay, maybe they didn't.
Wait.
Is he coming back? Well,
We can pause 5 minutes, or I can wait 5 minutes on this question.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you need to discuss?
He's not coming back. He's celebrating the Stenson win. 20 under par. That's 20 under par.
Great. He made a putt there. Very difficult putt. Made 3 very good putts there in the final 4 or 5 holes that were goddamn outstanding.
Putts, kids. You got to make them.
By the way, we have a tea time at in 3 hours here.
This show must end.
I golfed yesterday a little bit and I broke my putter,
Did you really?
so I'll have to borrow
Did
yours.
you throw it like who was that? Rory throwing his 3-wood in the fairway.
Yeah.
I threw it, not really out of anger. I just threw it up, and it landed, and the thing popped off because my clubs are 100 years old. So I did go to the Goodwill. Yeah, maybe they got a little putter there. They didn't. So
I gotta get you that brassy nickel one.
no,
It's just a flat blade with like no aiming thing on it, and
I just go to.
it's like
a mini putter.
No, it's like older and shittier than that. It was like somebody 70 years ago was like, I need a putter, and they molded one themselves.
Welded a piece of iron to a stick.
It's like if my grandpa knew how to make golf clubs and he made. So.
What, you've got this somewhere or what?
Yeah, when my grandparents were
It's in the attic.
moving last year or earlier this year, I was helping clean out their stuff, and they had a bag of golf clubs, and they had this there, and I indicated I wanted it, but they may have gotten rid of it, or I don't know. It's got to be there somewhere. So.
Oh.
Good deal.
I golfed yesterday. We started out really well. Had a 2-hole stretch where we went 5 over, and then.
What, you did personally or what?
Yeah, I did personally. I went out, shot a 42.
Wow.
Had 5 pars, a couple bogeys, a double, and a triple.
I think I would pay money, sir. Oh, I think me and Marcus agree. Drew Alman, good golfer. Nathan Stacken, laying in the weeds here, laying in the weeds. I would pay money out of my own pocket, a purse of tens of dollars. See a Stacken, Schottenkirk, 18-hole match play, skins game, whatever you want to call it.
You need to have a tournament.
This would be outstanding.
Is he good?
We don't know.
Because I wilt under pressure.
He did play high school golf, so that's.
Well, I know a few individuals that have done that as well, and they were not good.
Indication that he knows how to play the game. Maybe he can't play the game well.
No,
I bet he could outduel me then.
Well, I mean, you're putting up a fucking 42.
Yeah.
10. What'd you say?
5 pars,
Oh, pretty good.
2 bogeys, a double, and a triple.
That's very good.
How does that add up to 42?
It's a par 35.
Okay.
Are you breaking 90 regularly here?
No, I would say I'm low to mid 90s.
Can you shoot your age stacking?
My age times 3, yes.
That's a big thing when you get in your 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I would love to be able to do that.
So what do we
I
shoot?
took it apart most times, but I walk all the time, so I use strength that way.
Low 90s?
Yeah, the low 90s is accurate.
How is your hand? I mean, you got very large hands. Has been well documented.
Just gigantic.
Hands wrapped around the clubs twice. They're so big.
It's been talked about every time we've ever seen you in person.
And mentioned to every stranger you see.
He's got big, folks. He's got them. They're huge.
Hey, waitress, look at this man's hands.
Literally the first time I meet your dad, you're just like, look at these hands. And your dad's just like, oh my God, these are huge.
So that's the way it should be.
It's not like it's not warranted because the people you tell it to are like, holy shit, wow.
Like, nobody's ever been disappointed. We're like, nah, they're not that big. It's like, no. Thick.
And then you say, hey, this guy's got 2 different size feet too. And you're like, oh my God, I have to see this. And then I have to show them that too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's something that I knew and I forgot. Then I've been made aware of it again. You're like a modern day Tom Dempsey without the stomach. And with a full arm, with 2 full arms, I should say. You have 2 full functioning appendages.
Why don't you have the half-foot shoe? You need the half-foot shoe.
Half an arm. Did Tom Dempsey get good parking? Did he get handicap parking? Is he considered handicapped?
I certainly hope so.
Handicap parking didn't exist before 1993.
Who's that? Is it Bethany Hamilton, that girl that got bit, that her arm bit off by a shark?
Yes.
Does she get handicap parking because she only has 1 arm?
I would guess so. It is a handicap.
It would seem like the distance with the walking would seem to be more of the barometer of getting to park closely.
And she is an athlete, so I just...
Handicap parking, but only for the people hurt from the waist down.
That would seem to be out. I was there as a...
What about if you're blind and you can't see? Then do you get to be able to park?
Then they shouldn't be driving at all.
Obviously, they need somebody to drive them there. Google self-driving cars. We need them so the blind people can drive again.
Make blind people drive again.
That's my presidential campaign right there.
There's a
Be
chilling.
sure it's on a hat. It's not good.
Look at my hair. I got real. Look at this real hair. You want to feel my head? Look at this. Look at this.
Look like it's fake to you?
Barbara, touch my head.
Now put it back. I don't want it to be messy.
Don't mess it up. That's my little thing. I'll touch it and then I'll say, "Don't fuck my hair up." Doing this thing. That's my thing.
Last night I was flipping through the channels, and I flipped to TBS, and Full Frontal with Samantha Bee was on, and they were showing a clip. They were showing the Brexit episode, and showed a clip of Donald Trump saying, "I think this is a great move. This is an excellent move." And he's talking in Scotland, who voted to stay in the EU.
He doesn't know.
And then they're reading all these tweets, and it's just very, very funny, just ripping this guy to shreds.
How did Brexit kind of influence this little tournament here?
Well, I think
they didn't let the American win, obviously.
If this was in England, it would be different. This is in Scotland, so it's okay.
Scotland, they're still in the deal. Is Sweden in the deal here?
They're out.
Sweden's still in the EU, aren't they?
Yeah, but Scotland will be out unless they decide to go independent.
I thought they wanted to go independent.
They do, but they got to do that first before they can get back in.
Wow.
So whenever the UK gets out, Scotland gets out.
Scotland, they're the BYU of the deal here?
I don't understand then why.
Won't play on Sundays. Won't play on Sundays.
I don't understand why Beef Johnston's getting all these cheers in. Isn't he from England?
Beef.
Oh, Brady himself.
He's the Claret Jug Man. You're the Jug Man now. That's one of those trophies that you could throw like a football. You could throw that sucker.
Golf. What's their most synonymous? Like when you think golf and like a championship, like a trophy or thing, is it Green Jacket first?
Yeah.
And then is it the Claret Jug?
As far as like a trophy, that'd be number one here.
Yeah. What about in all of sports, all the trophies?
Stanley Cup?
What is the most synonymous with their sport?
Stanley Cup. They named the playoffs after the trophy.
Stanley Cup and then the Super Bowl and then because it's the Lombardi Trophy, but I think a lot of people just think it's called the Super Bowl Trophy.
How ironic was it that Lombardi won his own trophy the first 2 years?
I don't think. No, I think that's why they named it that.
Oh, that what happened? He won it, and then why they should have named it the Bart Starr Trophy.
The Weeb Eubank Trophy.
Eubank. Let's get hard about Eubank.
Did you know that the Super Bowl trophy was originally designed on a Tiffany cocktail napkin?
A little restaurant thing there.
It was shaped it, and then they're like, shape it like a big shaft with a football on the end of it. He did.
Well, he speaks very good English.
Yeah, I mean, he's played professional golf for 20 years. I would hope he can speak some English.
I hope Arnold Schwarzenegger
would played professional baseball for 12+ years now, and he can't speak a
Tony
damn bit of
Oliva's
English.
been in America.
Yeah, Tony Oliva's been there for 50 years. He can't speak at all. It's awful. I do want to bring up a football note, Stacking.
Yeah.
Von Miller signed a contract.
He did.
It
sucks.
It sucks.
Well, I have the Broncos I was going to have them at 6 wins, 7 wins or under.
Why?
Now they might be hovering around 500.
He was going to be in the team this year regardless.
I know.
As long as your defense is good, you can win 8 games. We got a very good defense, if not more.
Just wait for the butt fumbles.
We're waiting for them. 6 years, $114 million, $70 million guaranteed. There's no doubt in my mind in 3 years I'll be updating my Excel list of contracts from the NFL, and this man will be on there. Yes.
Timothy Mozgov is almost making just as much as Von Miller. I said almost as much. It's a disgrace, but I understand that the NBA has far fewer players to divvy up this huge pie versus what the NFL has. So a lot of people bitching about that, but Von Miller, $70 million guaranteed, is rightfully deserved because he not only won them that AFC Championship game against New England, he won them the Super Bowl. He deserves to be paid more than anybody else on that team, and it's not even close.
This trophy's too small.
His hands need to be bigger.
He's 27. 6 years, is that all right? 27 years old. You know, we all talk about pitchers, and once, you know, all these 30-year-old pitchers getting 8-year deals, which is ridiculous. What's the shelf life? I mean, obviously the running back is the 30-year mark is the magic deal. You feel comfortable paying Von Miller? I mean, the difference is they won't have to pay him if they just cut him. They're fine, and they don't have to pay anything. So,
how old was Jared Allen when he retired?
Say 34.
35. I mean, he was.
Yeah, he's 34 right now.
Prior to the last couple of years, he was playing at a dominant level with the Vikings.
His last Viking year was not good.
He was double-digit sacks, though. Wasn't he?
Let's see here. Last couple of years weren't good. Let's see. This year he had 2 sacks. He had 5.5 with the Bears 2 years ago.
You have to acknowledge, though, that he spent. I mean, in his later years, he was spending more time focusing on the Culinary Academy.
He was.
True.
I mean,
for a while, he's been thinking about that as kind of a second career, which is important. So you got to. I mean, football teams had to be okay with that.
He did 11.5 sacks his last year with the Vikings. As far as being like, he gave him 6 years, 6 great years. They'll probably, you know, retire his number or put him in their Ring of Fame, whatever the hell they got.
Absolutely right.
6 years, they cut him at the exact perfect time and said, your production's probably going to go down here. Great signing.
Well, yeah, okay, I get that. I think they're kind of experiencing the same thing right now this year with Brian Robinson, friend of the radio program, because I think this is going to be his last year with the team. He'll give them a good year, but not compared to what he has been, and they will cut him loose because they'll have Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin manning the back end.
Danielle Hunter, the first woman to play.
Dan Hunter.
He says, Brian Robinson says he hopes to play 2 years. He's due 3.7 this year and 5.2 next year. So he's with them this year. Maybe he makes it one more year, but
yeah, I don't see him being on the team more than 2 years.
Yeah, and I would say even if he will retire 2 years from now. So.
You think so? He'll retire versus trying to land elsewhere. I think I think maybe we're going to have the same conversation regarding him next year as we were with Chad Greenway this year. Whereas is he going to come back? What kind of level? I mean, Greenway played really well in limited action last year, so maybe you're going to see Robison kind of do the same thing next year as Greenway did this past year.
Half of it, you got to be willing to take sort of a backseat role. I think Robison probably is that guy. We'll have to find out, but Greenway was willing to do that. I think he's valued the time he's been with the team.
Yep. And it matters a little more, too, I think, to Greenway, too, because he's local. Robison is from Texas, so that might play more of a factor in this as well. But I think the Vikings have established themselves as a very good organization to play for, apart from whatever Chris Kluwe says. And they treat their players well, and with the way that they are projected to go, not only this year, but years to come. I mean, Casey Joyner said this in a ESPN Insider article a couple days ago that the Vikings team, it looks like they're here to stay. The major question, though, is if Teddy can take that next step. I think he will. He doesn't have to be top 5. He just has to be. He has to be the reason why they can win some games and not lose games.
He does very well at the end of games when they need to go down there and get points. He does very, very well. If they're down 4 points, they need a touchdown. He does that well. 33 years old this year, Robison, 34 next year, so I would say by the time he's 35, he should be about done, I would say. Next week, few hours, going to be a big week here. We do have the Republican National Convention. I've been looking forward to this.
College football preview starts next week?
No. Been looking forward to this for many months. Cleveland's a location. Any expectations of something happening here besides the same old, same old? Anybody going to rise up and make a fuss?
I'm not, as far as like the actual presidential nomination. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Because you've also predicted violence.
Well, not saying I would like to see it, but
you said
you're also wrong in the next big shooting.
Well, I had Kansas.
The police not count.
Requisite a good double digit. We need a double digit count.
Okay.
And we need to be civilians and not police.
Okay.
So as I said to Stacken a couple days ago, somewhere in Kansas is my next prediction for some sort of mass shooting here, probably before the show is over. So.
Seems odd.
I know. I mean, going out on a limb here. You got any? Want to throw something out there? Anybody?
No.
No, but I would like to say that what happened today in Baton Rouge is very sad, and but there's a lot of frustration down there, and nothing seems to be getting done. I mean, it sucks, but you just expect something like this to happen where it just boils over too much, and unless you need things to be done rapid fire, and I mean that not in the way.
Come on, Stacken.
I know. I didn't mean that, but no pun intended there. But things need to be done a lot faster here because tensions are extremely high right now, and if people aren't seeing results, especially the results that they find unfavorable to them, you're going to get more of this. And this shit just needs to stop. But it's not until all parties come together and talk about a reasonable thing. I did not get to see the town hall meeting with the president that was on ABC and ESPN Thursday night. I don't know if you saw it.
It was a waste of time, I thought. It was. I mean, there was nothing there. I watched it. I thought the one he did on PBS like a month ago was a lot better than this. So
Yeah.
if you want to seek PBS programming out on YouTube for an hour, I would recommend that.
Okay. It's just sad though. It really is, and it's kind of embarrassing.
And we'll look towards the next police shooting of some
As far as the Republican presidential nomination, I don't think there's going to be any dispute. I think enough of the party has coalesced around Trump now that he's their guy, and I think if they wanted to do, there would be a bigger movement already. We would know about it if there was going to be some sort of flip at the convention. So I would love to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think the decision by Trump to nominate Pence as his running mate, though, does not help the cause for the.
It's the type of pick you make if you don't want to win.
Right. Would you say it was a very logical pick as far as picking somebody that is?
I guess I mean just in terms of like independent voters, or I mean we know that Pence wasn't Pence one of the big guys for the Indiana law, the whole anti-gay law, wasn't it something like that, or like the bathroom or something? Because the NCAA was looking into doing.
You can discriminate against gay people.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. So I don't think that fully endears Trump or Pence to Trump Pence ticket to anyone.
I would say it does endear him to the Trump crew of the bigots or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Sure. Discriminatory people.
There's not going to be anybody that, unless they keep talking about this silent majority of people who haven't voted in previous elections that are going to come out and vote for Trump. No. But I would say that I don't think that's a very big group of people, and I would also say that I think he turns himself off to a lot of potential independents with that. If you would have picked, but with what he said, he's boxed himself in. It wasn't going to end up being a woman. It wasn't going to be a minority. When you say you got things, you've got no chance there. So
I also think this is the type of pick that kind of makes the conspiracy theorists out there think that Trump really doesn't want to be the president and just wants to screw over the Republican
I would be among that group.
I'm there.
I would agree with that group. He doesn't want to win, nor did he think he would win. Mike Pence, I think it's kind of been proven with, you look over time, the vice president doesn't really matter, especially in a positive.
It doesn't matter till it does.
It's like, we're gonna get this guy from this swing state, and he's gonna make the difference. And not really. It doesn't really matter. It can be a negative, but even if it is a negative, like a Sarah Palin, it's not really gonna matter in the first place. So.
I do like the decision though of having a governor be a running mate, and I like anytime a governor wants to run for president. Yeah, I think that's a really good decision as long as they're very popular and they've gotten stuff done within their state and haven't been a shit governor. Because if you can govern a state real well, I think that puts you in much better position to be able to govern a country or run a country.
What's it say that the two of the three finalists for Trump were shitty governors?
That's why I say if they're shitty governors, then they aren't qualified. But I would. Like John Kasich, I thought was the best candidate, perhaps in this whole entire field. He seemed
the most reasonable.
Yeah.
In a field of nuts. 4-day convention here.
Yep.
I'm getting cartoons here. I'm getting cartoons.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to have Meet the Press. What the fuck?
And I'm sure
oh yeah.
This is an MSNBC thing, and obviously it's not going to be on.
It just said at the end, coming up next, Meet the Press.
If you go to MSNBC, it says Meet the Press. This is a repeat, which they do on Sundays, but obviously they'll be talking about the Baton Rouge shootings again. When you have to differentiate between which Baton Rouge shooting are you talking about, that means it's getting real good out there. 4-day convention, so I'm of the mindset there's going to be like every day is going to have like a theme. Something will happen this day, or they'll have a speaker come out and say something batshit crazy one day. So I'm looking at it like a similar to the Boston Marathon bombings, to where it seemed like it was a mini-series that went over an entire week, and it just so happened that Friday, like at 9 o'clock, they just wrapped up the whole thing. It's all right, we got the guy, and now we're done for the week, and we can go on. And he'll be put to death in 10 years because the legal system is very swift in the country. So Dana White's going to speak. That'll be interesting.
Bob Knight's going to speak.
Bob Knight, he should be absolutely insane. With his Alzheimer's, that should be impressive to see how that's going to go.
Bob Knight is not currently employed by ESPN anymore, is he?
No.
His contract is up.
No.
Because that's like, so when Tim Tebow's not going to speak.
Apparently that was he had a video that said, I have no idea how this got started, but I'm not doing
Why
it.
did he wait? I read
He was like out of the country or something.
Football Talk, like why the 12-hour delay?
Like he was out of the country or something. Or
And no one sent him a text or he didn't get a buzz, like anything
Where's
like that.
Obama? Police have gotten shot 3 hours ago. Where is the president? Where is he at? I don't know.
Are you watching Fox News?
No, I'm not watching.
So tomorrow, Monday's schedule includes some real winners out there.
Honestly, Obama should just replay his last speech when this happens, and it'd be like the Japanese voiceover and replace his words. Oh, there was a shooting in Dallas. No, replace it with Baton Rouge. No, replace it with Orlando. Replace it with next city, insert here. That's what he should do to save some time, because he's a busy man. Who do we got on the docket tomorrow?
Melania Trump, wife of Donald Trump.
Noted immigrant. Good.
I was just going to say, she's not from the U.S.
Rudy Giuliani, who is proved to be more and more insane as the years go on. David Clark, who's been very anti-Black Lives Matter. He's the sheriff in Milwaukee County, Wisconsin.
Noted racial melting pot, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes. And then, ex-military folk, Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa. that ought to be good. Tuesday, Ben Carson, Dana White, Chris Christie, Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan. Wednesday, Rick Scott. Let's see here. A bunch of other people I haven't heard of. Pam Bondi, that Attorney General in Florida.
Yep.
Quite loud.
Peter Ducey be speaking.
Ted Cruz.
Jesus Christ.
Natalie Gublis, professional golfer. We haven't heard anything about that.
Gulbis is...
Gulbis.
Oh, my God.
And then Eric Trump, son of Donald Trump, on Wednesday. Thursday, Jerry Falwell Jr., Peter Thiel, the guy who sued Gawker or was funding the Hulk Hogan lawsuit, Reince Priebus, Ivanka Trump. I would imagine Trump will speak on Thursday.
Milwaukee actually only 45% white, 40% black, which is surprising to me.
Pretty even, actually, yeah.
Either of you seen this Peter Ducey on Fox News?
Yes, he's a deuce. He's a douche.
He's a doofus, and he looks like he's 15.
They all are. They're all awful.
It makes me feel very old looking at that guy and thinking, you're probably younger than I am, and your soul is already gone because you're working for Fox News.
Let's see. What do we got?
All right.
I would say one of those nights is by far and away the best night. If you're buying tickets to this thing, which night do you want to go to?
I don't think you buy tickets to it.
I don't care. They will this year. They'll say, yeah, bring them in.
What I wish would happen is, remember, I think it was in 2008 when they had the Democratic convention was in Denver.
Yep.
And like they had the whole thing at the Pepsi Center, and then they had the last night at Mile High, and they
Dog Pound, let's go.
So yeah, let's have Trump at the Dog Pound on the last night, and
Art Modell, where's he at? Let's bring him back. Art Modell, let's bring him back.
I think that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
I think day 2 is by far the best day.
Just because you got all the idiots, or what?
Yeah, what's the Dana White and who else?
Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, I think.
I thought day 2 was by far just tremendous. Trivia, what do we got?
And setting up right outside Progressive Field, right behind the left field fence.
I mean, the Indians aren't playing there next week, are they?
No.
I would hope not.
They just can't be. Do you think you could sneak in?
No. Sneak in the whole thing? No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
If you made up like a credential or something.
Protests, I would say the protest would be the big thing for me. I think could have a good time with that. So, trivia.
There'll be a lot of them too. All right. This is a few weeks old in the making here, but I created this question when I was down in Nashville.
Conway Twitty.
Name all the Nashville Predators.
How many Nashville Predators can you name? Go.
Gary Underwood's husband. That's it.
Pekka Rinne. Anyway.
PK, come on now.
Yes, that's right. Big trade. So, Cleveland, as we all know, won the
they did.
NBA Finals. So that adds another list of...
Nobody thought they'd win either. Nobody thought they'd
win. Nobody thought it.
And according to Andre Iguodala, the Oklahoma City Thunder should have won the NBA title. They were the best team. But having said that, since 2000, there have been 26 cities, but I'm going to say 27 because one of the teams that won plays in a different state in a different state than what they do. Suburbs, I will count. I thought about going there different, but in all, we have 27 cities that have won a professional sports title since 2000. We will do point systems, and if I would like you to at least name one of the teams that won the title in that year. So left to right, Marcus and Travis.
Hockey, Big Four sports?
Big Four. Yeah, I'm not counting Major League Soccer. Don't care. Not talking the NBA, the WNBA.
Come on, the WNBA.
You're biased.
I'm sorry. I know Chip Scogans makes a great point, but we're refraining from the WNBA for now. It's because they move all over and stuff. It's just
bullshit.
The four major sports.
So what are we getting points for? Naming the city and the team, or?
Okay. Well, if you can name as many teams, like the years or whatever that they won, or how many titles they won, but pretty much you're going to get a point for however many titles that city's won.
Oh shit. Okay.
What?
So like if you guessed Milwaukee and they had won a championship, I'm going to give you a hint. They haven't. You would get 1 point because they would have one championship.
But if they had won 10, then you get 10 points.
Exactly. But you need to. I need at least
all teams.
I'd like you to name the teams that have won and how many times they have won.
Oh wow, there we go. Good.
So, Marcus, you are first.
Since 2000.
Since 2000, the turn of the century.
This is going to be difficult.
I like it.
I will start with Boston.
Boston, and I am going to count Foxborough in this one as well. I thought about just having Foxborough being different, its own separate one, but it's so close there. They have won. Oh wait,
you don't tell them. Jesus Christ!
I know you're right. Can you give me which teams have won and how many they've won?
Since 2000, the Celtics. They have won one time.
Yep. That was back in, let me get this here.
Oh, wait.
2000 and, 2008, you were right.
Boston Bruins, one time.
Yes. Let's pull that up here. It was 2007, I want to say. No, that was later than that. 2010.
2010, I think.
Good God! Can I just get this here?
No, this is off to just a trick.
The year doesn't really hold.
No, they didn't. The 2011 is when they won it.
Okay.
So you can just give me the rest.
Boston Red Sox 3 times.
Yep.
And then the New England Patriots 4 times.
Yes. So you have 9. Yeah. I'll go through the years here after you get, but yeah, 9 times Boston has celebrated a title since 2000.
I assume that would be number 1. Well, what do we got here?
I believe that was the number 1 answer on the board too. Was Boston.
Good.
Los Angeles has won 4.
Do you want to? Okay.
The Lakers have won 3. The Kings won 1.
Well, we will get.
Do I need years with this, or what are we doing?
No, you don't. They've actually. I'm going to give you, because you gave me that the 2 teams that won, the criteria here that you have to at least give me the
Lakers
teams that have won a championship. Los Angeles has won 7. The Lakers have won it.
No football team there.
No football team, but the Lakers won it 5 times since 2000.
Oh yeah, they got the other 2. Yeah, that's right.
They got it in 2000, 2001, 2002, 09, and 10, and then the Kings won it twice.
Oh, that's right.
In 2012 and 2014. So you got the 2 teams there, 7 points. All I'm looking for, you got to give me the teams that won the championship. If you're off by a few years, that's okay.
Noted.
So
Noted.
currently 9-7.
I win on aggregate.
Away goals.
Away goals. How did you do when you didn't play at home? Because everybody plays great at home.
So it's my turn.
2 down, 25 to go.
Let's see here.
Where is the president? My God, where is he? It's been a whole.
I will go with New York City.
New York City has won 2.
Really?
That would be.
So we're okay.
I said that's the one because they play.
You're talking about the teams that are playing in New York proper, New York City proper.
Yes, exactly, in the New York property itself, and that would be
New York, whatever.
Yeah, the Yankees won it in
so
2000 and 2009.
So you didn't even make me guess then.
Oh, whoops. Well, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was gonna guess 2. Yeah, I was gonna guess the Yankees twice, but that's I'll just take those 2 points. Thank you.
Yep, sorry. I fucked that one up.
So the Meadowlands is an answer?
No.
Could be, yeah. Is that your final answer? That is the one exception to the rule.
San Antonio is my answer. The Spurs are the only team from San Antonio to win the deal.
How many times have they won it?
They won it 4 times.
You are correct. In 2003, 05, 07, and 14. So we have a tie ball game, folks.
We don't have any more players, so we got to end it.
Okay. Let's see here. I gotta think of the right city. I'm gonna go with Miami.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say they have won 4 times since 2000.
Okay.
3 for the Heat, 1 for the Marlins.
Bada bing, bada boom. You are correct. The Miami Heat won it in 2012, 2013, and 06, and the Marlins won the World Series back in 03.
The city of Chicago has won. The White Sox won it in 05. The Blackhawks won it 3 times.
Very good. That is correct. As you said, that the White Sox won it in 05, and the Blackhawks won it 3 times in the last 5 years. Is that correct? Here, 2010, 2013, 2015. So, still tied.
I'm going to go with the San Francisco, California.
Okay.
And I believe they have won 3 times with the Giants.
That it? Okay. Yep, you were right.
That's it.
Okay. Yep. And we all know 2010, 2012, no, 2010, 2012, 2014, and soon to be a fourth championship year this year.
Coming up. All right. Denver has won 1.
Just the one?
The Avalanche have won. I don't think they did it. Well, maybe they did, but I don't think so. Nuggets are shit. Rockies are shit. I'll say no. I'll say they won 2.
No, you can't. You can't say the city and then back out.
No, I'm saying Denver.
Okay.
And I'm saying the Avalanche did win. Did win. Won in the last 15 years, as did the Broncos.
You are correct. A good hunch. The Avalanche won it in 2001. The Broncos, of course, are the 2016 Super Bowl champion.
Ray Bork, rest in peace.
18-17, Marcus holds the lead right now. If you do not mention one of the teams, you will only get the one or the point value for whatever team you do say their number of championships.
You're disqualified.
I'm going to guess Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I'm going to say they've won 4 championships since 2000. 2 for the Steelers and 2 for the Penguins.
Very good. Yes, sir. 2009 and 2016 for the Penguins, and the Steelers won it. What do we have here? 2006 in the Super Bowl. They should never won against the Seahawks. And 2000.
They got robbed.
They did. They got fucking robbed. That's for sure. In 2009 against the Cardinals. A 22-17 lead for Marcus.
Tampa Bay has won 2 titles, 1 with the Lightning, 1 with the Buccaneers.
Correct, Mundo. 2003 for the Buccaneers and 2004 for the Lightning. So they, been a good run for them. 2 years stretch, but haven't done shit since. So,
that's right.
And their fans don't care because they have no fans. So.
Okay.
I'm going to take Detroit, Michigan. Are you? What's your status on suburbs on this one?
Suburbs. That one counts. So it all counts as one.
So it all counts as one. So the suburbs are included.
Suburbs are included. The only one that the suburbs don't count is New York, only because they play in a
different state.
Different state.
All right. Okay, that's fair. Detroit 3 times, and I got 1 for the Pistons and 2 for the Red Wings.
I believe that is correct. Wanted to just double check, make sure that the Detroit Tigers have not won a World Series. They did not. They just lost in 2006 and 2012. So that would be correct. The Pistons, whenever they won.
05. 04.
Larry Brown.
Downtown,
Hall of
Larry
Fame.
Brown.
Hall of Fame coach, Stacken's favorite coach, Larry Brown. I'll
Yes.
take St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals have won 2 times.
Okay, you're going to get 2 points for that.
The Blues, the Rams won in
No,
January
you
of
only said
2000. The
That counts.
99 season, the championship was that's tricky. It's tricky.
that was in 2000. So you're only going to get 2 points for this.
Very tricky.
Very
The Rams-
nuanced. Very nuanced. Good stuff.
It is.
The
99
Rams did
season,
win it. It's
2000.
the turn of the century. You're right. It was the 99 season.
Yeah, close.
They did win it, and the Cardinals with the best fans in the world won the World Series in 2006 and 2011, and have an under 500 home record this season.
The rest
tickles me pink.
The rest of this game will be played under protest.
Why is that?
Because I don't know.
Because you're a fraud. Your answers are a fraud.
That's right.
I will scoop up those points I missed earlier with New York, and I will say East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Rutherford. B. Hayes.
Very good.
And I will. Well, that's Giants. New York Football Giants 2 times.
Correct in 2000 and where are we at here? 2012 and 2008.
It's a walk-off. He just walked off.
Here's where it's going to start getting real tricky.
How many we got left?
We have 2, 3.
I'm having lunch during this because I need to eat.
Ramadan.
Eat the food.
Wait a second.
My next pick is Seattle. They won 1 time.
That is correct. Well, who was it?
Count it.
It was the Seahawks, because that's the only team they got. They got no more teams.
Yep, 2014.
Mariners won the 2001 World Series, right?
They did.
Ha, you wish. Yes, we have now, I believe, what I count, 12 cities left?
Shit.
You're now to it. Okay.
And just to let you know, no city on this list remaining has won more than 2 titles.
Nice.
Noted.
I'm going to go get one of those that has 2, and I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore and the Ravens.
Correct. Back in
2000.
2013, wasn't that fun? And the lights out game at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and then 2001 against the Giants, and it was just a great Super Bowl, one of the best Super Bowls of all time.
One of them.
Trump and Pence. Let's get it. Trump and Pence. Dallas. The Mavericks won. And no other Dallas team. Nope. The Stars. What did the Stars do? When did they do it? Was it 99? I'll say 1 Dallas Mavericks. I'll say the Stars did it in 99. So they do not count.
You are correct that it was just the Mavericks back in 2000 and
99 Stanley Cup.
Yep. So good job, Crins. You avoided the trap. But you need Marcus to miss a bunch of these cities coming up here.
Could be.
Because he holds a 29-23 advantage.
He's up 6 with 6 to go.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Ooh.
They've won 1 championship. It was the Royals.
In 2015, yep.
Oakland. They won 1 last year. Their basketball team won it. Golden State Warriors. Basketball team.
Soon to be the Golden State Warriors of San Francisco.
Awful. We hope not.
I will take Raleigh, North Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes 1 time.
That was the one I didn't know if anyone was going to get.
I had it deep in the pockets.
That was a pocket one.
Hurricanes in 06.
New Orleans Saints 1-1 because they're cocksuckers.
2010, yep.
I hate them. Fucking hate
them. Green Bay, Wisconsin, Green Bay Packers 1 time.
In 2011, the Packers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers at that trash hole in Dallas.
Trash.
How many got left?
How many got left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities left.
Anaheim 1-1, their baseball team 1-1, the Angels because their manager's great.
So only one?
Anaheim Angels, they're the Ducks. The Ducks also 1-1. They won a single Stanley Cup as well, the Anaheim Ducks. So 2 times. One each.
Angels won it in 2002 after they beat the Twins in the ALCS, a series I'm going to file under protest.
Oh, really?
Just because I hate Mike Scioscia with a passion unlike any other. And the Ducks won it in 2007.
Who do you hate more, Mike Scioscia or Larry Brown?
Mike Scioscia. That's not even close.
Okay.
No one has gotten more credit for doing less shit than Mike Scioscia.
Marcus, who do you hate more, Mike Scioscia or Don Lemon?
Mike Scioscia.
Oh, really?
And Don Lemon, he's all right. He's doing okay. He's doing
okay.
He's backed off from his craziness lately.
Yep. Or has it just been everybody else has been crazier?
That's probably it.
He's just less crazy.
5 cities left. I'm sorry if I said 5 before. We do have 5 cities left.
I will take Phoenix, Arizona. They have been the winner of 1 championship, the Diamondbacks, 2001.
Correct, against the Yankees. I don't know how many people liked that the Diamondbacks won. I think a lot of people wanted the Yankees to win for that sentimental moment for...
I know I didn't. I'm like, I want Arizona to win.
Diamondbacks. I want Diamondbacks to win. I said, this is good for America if the Diamondbacks win.
This is good for everybody. For racist Curt Schilling. If I would have known how much of an asshole Curt Schilling was, maybe I would have wanted the Yankees. Oh, who else won deals?
Who won
them? City of Cleveland won 1. Cavaliers, their basketball team won 1.
Yes, they did this year. That was the last city to be added to this list.
I remember watching that. Nobody thought
years ago.
Days ago.
I will take Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1 time. The Phillies.
Yes, sir. The Philadelphia Phillies won it against my Tampa Bay Rays that year in 2008.
2 to go.
You guys have done very, very well. I feel, though, like you kind of know it's a limited field to choose from.
Yeah, you can cross out cities, because they haven't done it.
Like Manhattan, Kansas, doesn't have a team.
Not going to be one of them. Not going to be one of them.
Brooklyn does not have a team.
No.
Well, they do have 2 teams, actually. They just don't have teams that win and won't win for a fairly long time.
I don't know. My guess is whatever team beat Vancouver. I don't know who that was.
That was Boston.
So that was Boston. All right. Marcus, this is the last one here. Actually, no, since there's 2 left.
I'm pretty much out.
Boston, or we'll go one more time here. One more.
I have to be honest. I don't think I I can think of anything else right now,
Okay.
but let me think for 30 seconds, and then I will guess
Okay.
something. Honestly, I think I might have missed one earlier when I said East Rutherford, New Jersey, because I don't think the Devils were represented, and they have won one. So I'm just going to claim that right now, if that's okay.
Is that a different city?
I need a city.
They played right next to the goddamn Meadowlands.
What's your address?
You want the city they're in now? Because I can give you that if that'll give you.
That okay. Let me look that up here because that's a very good point. What was that here? I don't care about New Jersey D3 colleges. Fuck's sake.
Find them.
We're looking at what are we looking up?
We are looking at the Devils here.
The Devils.
All right, now they're in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's not where they played when they won in the early 2000s.
Okay, that is correct. So that is my mistake. I will add 2 more points to you, and so there's really only one city left. So we'll just call it right there.
What sport is it?
Football.
Football.
What asshole football team won a deal? Oh, must have been pretty goddamn memorable.
Well, it was. We've been talking about this state. We've talked about this state for a little bit of time during the show today.
Today, Scotland. Something.
That's not a state.
I have no idea.
Indianapolis, the Colts.
Oh, goddamn Colts.
Never heard of them. Got to play ignorance on this one. Never heard of them.
Back in 2007, yes, and Marcus was correct. The Devils did win 2 Stanley Cups in 2000 and 2003. They are currently in Newark. They were, though, in East Rutherford. So
I do like that Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl in his worst year ever, and that he also won one in like the Colts' worst year they've had. And
that 2 times. He won one of his worst seasons 2 times.
I like it. Remember, it's all about championships. Doesn't matter if you're great. Doesn't matter what you do. You have to win the final game of the year, because why not? Who won the World War II? We did. That's all that counts. We're the Dallas Cowboys.
Marcus, congratulations, you win that one, and yeah.
Thank you. Good question. Good question.
Thank you.
And I got to go.
Add it to the UPS Cup standings.
UPS Cup.
We'll do something.
Wait, that's not the USPS, right? We're just doing the United
Postal
Service.
Postal
Looking
Service.
around for you.
Postal Service doesn't have money to sponsor a Tour de France team, and it doesn't have money to sponsor our dumb trivia challenge.
If the Cleveland Browns don't have UPS as their official delivery sponsor, then something is effed up.
They also can't afford doors for their driver's side, so save money on that. Save the tin.
Going down the interstate at 75 miles an hour.
We're going to war. Stacken's coming back from war. He's fighting with the horses.
Put your war helmet on.
There we go.
He
doesn't have it there. He doesn't have it there.
Get your war helmet on.
Go back. This show will be remembered for David Shattenkirk's reaction to Henrik Stenson putting the ball into a hole, and he was very excited about it.
There it is.
Here's Nathan Stacken.
That's all right.
A picture from Vietnam, 1968. Saigon was the location. This was just. I don't know if you can see in the background there. If you want to zoom in a little bit, Walter Cronkite's actually over his right shoulder.
He is.
I did not want to wear that. That's for damn sure.
You met the beloved Morley Safer over there.
You did get a perm the day before. That's why you're wearing plastic. And
I don't know why I had to wear the fucking hairnet. I think it was because so many riders have to ride on.
This was, right here was the inspiration for the trivia question. Him in Tennessee.
Jesus Christ.
So
these stacking family pictures that Marcus has accumulated over the years.
Well, got Marcus went with on this trip.
You got to keep them in a place where you can easily access them. So I have them here.
Billfold. Get out of your billfold and.
People.
This is my billfold now. My phone.
Yes, it is.
Also, we're talking about embarrassing pictures. Krins wearing a goddamn catcher's helmet.
Where was that? Burlington, or where was that?
We're at TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx in outside of Denver. There's a broken umpires / catcher's mask, and I decided. And here's Drew Amon saying he got one in the brown hole.
In the brown, he got it in the brown, guys.
We're gonna end every show with Stacken blowing his purple horn, or start every show with that.
My somewhat related news from that is I was planning on going to the open house, new stadium next week. I don't think that's going to happen now. So if you want a ticket, talk to me, and maybe I can hook you up.
You want to go, Stack? Oh, you missed it.
What?
Stacken missed the big news.
God damn it, Stacken.
What?
I'm not going to make it to the open house for the new stadium next week. So if you want a ticket, I got no idea how to get it to you, but I'll get it to you.
I hear a thing called mail works. I'll get it through UPS.
Well, that's rough.
We'll see. Thank you. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Sports Lounge, 178 in the books. Charlie Hildebrand absent last couple of weeks. He's been at Pac-12 Media Days, and he's also going to cover the Republican Convention this week. So he'll be back with a report.
He's been at war.
And I also have Drew Amon. He's been out in Seattle for the last couple of years now trying to teach Marshawn Lynch how to read. So we're going to get an update on that. Continuing to see what's going on there. And Twins game is just starting here, or what's going on?
Yeah, I think so.
Why is it a 1:30 start? Because
John Gordon had to go into the goddamn Twins Hall of Fame.
Well, maybe do that at 12:30 and start at 1.
Nope, can't do that. Sorry.
Alrighty, there we go. Next week will be Sports Lounge 179. We'll look back at the inaugural season of the Vancouver Grizzlies. Get ready for it inside the Sports Lounge.